Hey guys, Jacob Lena here with Provolumes, and today we are going to be doing the assembly of a volume. And we're going to go through the steps that we take to put together our volumes. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a drill, and this is a just drill corded. It doesn't have the impact function, it only rotates, doesn't hammer. Other stuff that we're going to need are some GRK number 8 screws, and these are trim head screws. So the head of these screws are a lot smaller, and like I said, number 8. These ones are 1 1/4 inch. They do make them in an inch and an inch and a half. We found that 1 1/4 is a good size, and it's usually what's available at most hardware stores. We are also going to be using some Type Bond 3 wood glue. As far as this wood glue goes, we found it works the best, and we are not the only ones that think that. A lot of professional woodworkers recommend this glue over any other glue. Going to need some masking tape, and this is going to help to hold the volume together. Optional, a impact driver drill. We're just going to use this to screw in the screws, and the reason for the screws is to keep the volume together, almost acting like clamps to allow the wood glue to bond together. We are also going to need a T10 bit, and usually that comes with the GRK screws, and a drill bit that is the same size as the shank. So this we're going to use to pre-drill, and we're going to use our corded drill to do so. Alright, to start out, what we are going to do is just go ahead and, with our volume pre-assembled, roughly assembled, we are going to stick some masking tape just to try to keep it together so we can go ahead and do those pre-drills. And this doesn't have to be perfect, so to speak, but the better you have the assembly, the pre-assembly, the easier it'll be to be precise and keep the volume in its shape. So we're just using a little strip. See, can't put too much pressure, gotta lightly do it. Even doing the inside as well, just to give it that much more security. Next, we are going to take our drill, and what we're going to be doing is pre-drilling some holes just so we can stick those screws in easier. Set those pre-drills about every 6 to 8 inches and try to alternate sides. Went ahead and made those pre-drills and took off the tape, because the next step is going to be sticking on wood glue. And as far as sticking the wood glue on, for this process, just try to apply an even layer and get it spread out. So there is such thing as too much wood glue, but that is usually not the case. This wood glue, you can easily sand it off if you put too much, and it won't compromise the bond and hold that it has. It just gets kind of messy, so that's the bigger issue. And as far as not putting enough, if you don't put enough, obviously that bond's not going to be near as strong, and So it's better to stick too much than too little. Alright, with that wood glue applied, we can just go ahead and set those pieces up and bust the tape back out to try to get those pieces together. If not, just try to drill in with holding it and trying to keep it steady. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to try to piece it together while holding it steady. Doing this, you don't want to get them too tight, especially if there's a space, because those spaces will come together a lot more, and that's just in the instance that there is space. For us, there's not much space here, and these pre-drills are drilling in nicely, and everything's lining up really good. All the screws are in and all the wood glue is set, so now all we really have to do is wait. And as far as the process, I would say about 8 to 12 hours depending on the weather, and that's give or take. The bottle recommends not messing with it for at least 12 to 24 hours. So the glue has dried, and what we want to do is just kind of drive those screws in just a little bit more if we plan on keeping them in, and just making sure they're flush and that we're able to go ahead and cover them with filler. So another test that we like to do for the volumes is just kind of pull and see if there's any places that it needs more reinforcement, if it isn't stuck on there well. So we just go ahead and try to pull it apart, see if it flexes any, and this step is really going to be useful before you stick those volume inserts in, because if you do stick those volume inserts in and it's not solid and sturdy, your volume's actually just going to flex on you a little bit, and it's going to create a crack within your paint job, and it's just going to mess everything up, and so we don't want that. We want our volume to be sturdy and solid, so go ahead and check that, and if you need to place more screws, go ahead and do that, the same process, and make it all look good. So thank you guys for watching, and hope this was useful. This is Jacob with Provolumes, and if you guys haven't already, go check out the website. We've got lots of good plans there for making volumes that you can make yourself. We also have all the information you need to make the volumes yourself. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video.